Welcome everyone to Weisscast. This is definitely our first take, the flagship show from Weisscast Productions. I am your host, Aaron Weiss, alongside my co-host and wife, Erica J. Weiss.
And it's totally not my fault that this may or may not be our first take.
And you know what? No one's pointing fingers, especially because no one can see who is or is not pointing fingers.
Fingers may or may not be pointing.
All my fingers are pointing towards the computer.
That's actually true. No one's actually pointing fingers.
Yeah, so we just were like, you know what, let's take it from the top.
Let's take it from the top, and here we are. But I just want to say that I am so glad that we are doing episode 2.
Me too.
We have tried in the past to get back off the ground doing consistent episodes, and we have struggled. And this has been something that's been happening for a couple of years now. Mm-hmm. So the fact that we're on episode 2 and are already excited about episode 3 is giving me a lot of hope for the show, and I hope that y'all are enjoying it, whoever is listening out there right now.
Yeah, we in the past had gotten the itch to record an episode, usually of Weiss Camera Action, or I don't know if we ever did a one-off of Weisscast or whatever, but we would record an episode and it would be a pretty decent episode. We definitely seemed rusty, and then just never come back to it until a couple weeks ago. And yeah, things are good, and things will hopefully keep improving, because we're looking into ways to get video. If you enjoy our podcast and you're like, man, I don't know if I want to subscribe to like 3 podcasts on 3 different feeds on YouTube, it's all one place.
Yes.
It's all under Weisscast. You can find all the shows there. Our whole backlog is there. And
the backlog has good content. You need to go back through the archives.
Yes, on every show. Weisscast backlog is interesting because there is a definite turning point from when it seems more like Weisscast Games to then it goes to Best Friends Pod. And now, ever since it was Best Friends Pod, it's definitely been more consistently like this format. And then I spun off the gaming portion to a different show. It's a little confusing, but
this one is mainly just chit chat.
We're just chatting.
You just turned on the TV and guess what? You turned on the chit chat channel, and that's where you're at.
There's a whole
Weiss Gamer Action, movies, Weisscast Games, video games. Mm-hmm. You can guess which one I am not on.
You could be on video games if you wanted to be.
If y'all ever did a Mario Kart special, let me on.
Well, dang, unfortunately the last Mario Kart that came out we weren't recording at the time, and now it's. You know what? Maybe we'll do a look back.
Or we can just do a Mario Kart special, a Mario Kart retrospective. Which Mario Kart rendition is the best? What's the best character? What's the best kart? And I will give all of my opinions about Baby Peach and her hot pink Mercedes Benz.
Fair enough. But yeah, we'll have video up one day. The way our video recording works right now, it's not the best. It doesn't record both sides of the video. Like on Google Meet, it doesn't record us at the same time. So we're shown on the screen in the recording. Instead it's shows whoever's talking. So that makes it a little bit harder to watch. But the audio's fine. You've heard the audio's just fine. But yeah, that's kind of.
And that's mainly not for Weisscast, because we don't do that one on Google Meet. That's for WCA and Weisscast Games.
Yeah, Weisscast we just record right on GarageBand, baby.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, enough about that. Of course, this is Weisscast, the show where each and every month on your favorite podcast service, Erica and I share a glimpse of our lives with you. Here is some housekeeping for you. Weisscast podcasts are back. Weiss Camera Action is back this month with Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. In case you missed it, Weiss Camera Action is a monthly movie club where Alex, Erica, and I watch and review a cinema classic. be sure to follow us at Weisscast on Instagram for next month's movie.
There's some tongue twisters in there.
Yeah, there is. Also returning, Weisscast Games. Bryant, Ian, and I will recap gaming news from the month of February. We also will post teaser clips from our shows to promote them, so be on the lookout on our social feeds. Anyways, let's get into it. What's up, Weisses?
What's up, Weisses? This is the segment where Aaron and I will share what's up with us. It's mainly like a high and a low segment. Last episode, we were trying to decide if we would make it a weekly high-low or a daily high-low. I think I'm going to go with daily high-low, but wherever the wind takes us.
And by daily, she means literally of today, the time of recording.
Right. I'm not about to go through my whole life since the last time we recorded and do a high and low for each day.
That would
Can you
be...
imagine? That'd be me taking out my diary that I don't keep.
I can start us.
Yeah.
So as I mentioned last episode, I'm like kind of making some career moves. I've had a bunch of interviews. I've had a bunch of second round interviews now. And today I had 2 second round interviews for 2 different positions. And one is a job that I'm very excited about. There's a communications aspect to the job, so I'd be doing a lot of content creation in that job, honing my skills in that, like in a professional capacity. So maybe I could even bring those skills better into my hobby capacity.
This is the hobby.
This is the hobby. So, having that kind of opportunity would be really, really cool. And honestly, I think having this hobby kind of keep those passions alive for the last few years that I haven't been able to do those types of things at a professional capacity, I think is kind of like what might propel me forward in this job. Before we were recording, I was finding a couple promotional videos that I did from a campus ministry that I worked at, and I was looking at those so I could include them in my like little portfolio. So I'm pretty excited.
Yeah.
I also have one of the I have the Weiss camera action clip that I snipped out from last episode as part of my portfolio too. So really excited about that. I think maybe my low of the day was something that I hadn't experienced in quite some time, and that's traffic. I ran into a bunch of traffic coming from the east side back to the west side. But it wasn't such a low because I was listening to one of my favorite podcasts, and I did not even come close to finishing it before I got home, which was great. I loved it.
I love when a good podcast or a good album or something can take you through traffic. It makes the traffic so much more bearable.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, that's what's up with that, Weiss. Here's what's up with this, Weiss. I will start with my low because I like to end on something happy, but also my low today is kind of funny. So our son, mind you, you've heard us talk about him. He's a year and a half.
His name's EJ.
His name's EJ. He had a project to do at school today. And you might be thinking, a project? That can't be right. I thought you said he was a year and a half old. Yes, we did say that. And yes, he did have a project to do. Aaron and I like to complain about the fact that, we're forced to do his projects because he's not old enough to do projects yet. But the reality is that it's only once a year. And it's only for Black History Month. So, are we going to actually complain about having to do a little bit of research for Black History Month? It's actually pretty fun.
It is pretty fun.
Anyways, the low came in yesterday when I got home from work. And I'm like, okay, I printed off the pictures and the little blurbs and brought the construction paper home so we could put together his project tonight. And I realized all that stuff I had put together, I left on my desk at work. I had not brought it home. And dear listener, we do not have a printer at this house. We do not have construction paper at this house. So what were we going to do?
We are your average late 20s, early 30s family who has no printer in their household.
Yeah, some people do have a printer. not us. Not in this good Weiss household. Anyways, so this morning I had to wake up extra early, which, I mean, whatever. It was not that much extra early. I had to wake up at like 5:25 instead of my preferred 5:45. So y'all can go cry for me for sure. Anyways, drop our son off a little bit early, get to my classroom a little bit early, find my folder full of all the things, and I got started on it in my classroom the day it was due. You know how they say the due date is the due date? That was really me this morning. Did I feel...
That was wordplay, in case you didn't catch it.
Yeah, that's I'm an English major, so I'm just really good at that kind of stuff. Anyways, yeah, I had to make the project last minute in the morning, but it was fine because we really had prepared for it. Like, we found all the pictures, we wrote all of our blurbs, we even let our son color on the poster board the night before, so that way, he had his own little touch on it. And yeah, so it turned out really good actually, and I turned it in right before it was due. So, or probably right as it was due.
And if you're wondering, what was his project on? It was supposed to be on, like, Black gospel singers. Is that right?
It was pioneers of the gospel genre. An African American who's a pioneer of the gospel genre. There it is.
And so we I mean, obviously there's so many, like, African American singers that have contributed to gospel throughout the years. But we found a really interesting choir group from Fisk University called the Fisk Jubilee Singers, and they were founded way back in the 1870s, and they're still going strong, and they have literally performed for royalty. They've toured all over the country, all over the world, and they've
say what you're about to say.
I was gonna say they've broken, like, racial barriers with their just incredible voices, and now, like, I'm excited to buy a ticket and go see them someday. Like, I'd never heard of them before the other night, but now I'm, like, literally wanting to plan a trip to go see them.
Yeah, I find that really cool that they were able to, like, create bridges, build table out of their musicianship and out of their, like, I don't know, I feel like that's what gospel music should be. It should be a way to have some kind of shared humanity, right? To bring people together. I think that's really cool.
Actually, I was kind of thinking about this earlier. A couple years ago, we were gifted tickets to the Christmas performance of the symphony, and the Morehouse Gospel Choir, I don't know if that's exactly what they're called, but the choir from Morehouse College in Atlanta, a very prominent HBCU, performed alongside the symphony with a couple of numbers, and that was really cool. So I imagine seeing the Fisk Jubilee Singers would kind of evoke some of those feelings that came up when we saw Morehouse. So
yeah,
that was really cool. And yeah, I think Fisk...
Morehouse, though, is all boys school. All men. Let me not be rude. They're men. They're adults.
They do collaborate a lot with Spelman. The Atlanta University Center is kind of like a huge, like, university space. Like, Morehouse and Spelman are really, like, right next to each other, and I think their choirs collaborate, but I think that particular night it was indeed only Morehouse.
We only saw Morehouse. And then Fisk Jubilee Singers, we know, is male and female.
Co-ed, yeah. But yeah, it would be really cool to go see Fisk. I think they are in Nashville, which we love Nashville, so you wouldn't have to drag us to Nashville to go see them, because, I mean, just say the word, we're there. We'll see the Fisk Jubilee Singers. We'll go to our favorite restaurant, Shohan's Ale and Masala House. Yeah, I think...
Man, we have got to go back to Shohan's.
We have got to go back.
Shall I, really quick, say my hi? I just realized we've just started riffing about the Fisk Jubilee Singers.
Oh yeah, you should probably say your hi.
Oh my goodness. What was going to be my hi again, honey?
Was it picking up EJ?
Oh, I loved picking up EJ today. He's so sweet. I think every day that's my high, actually.
Mm-hmm. He's really cuddly when you pick him up, and he's excited to see you, but he's also excited to like show you around his classroom and his chair and his friends and his favorite toys.
Oh yeah, he was really kind of being besties with one of the other boys today. Oh. It was so sweet.
Yeah, I really love picking him up, and I don't get to do it as often. I should really take advantage of while I have the time to pick him up more.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love going to see him and see how he's doing from his teachers and those sorts of things. But yeah, he's sweet.
He's sweet. That's so funny. I'm just realizing that my low, which was having to wake up early, was really a high because we had a lot of fun with the project.
Yeah.
And also, seeing EJ is my high every single day.
How lucky are we?
How lucky are we? That's kind of our catchphrase in this house. How lucky are we? Well, we have another segment called Around Atlanta, which the concept here is that we kind of will try to pick up on what kind of interesting news is happening around Atlanta that maybe we can share with y'all. Unfortunately, there has been, I follow ATL Scoop, so if you are also from Atlanta, you probably know that Instagram account. It's been like police officers encountering violence. It's not been a lot of fun over on ATL Scoop, but there was a little funny thing that I saw earlier. I think you were about to say something.
Oh no, you go ahead, and then I'll say around Atlanta stuff.
All right, let me pull this up for y'all really quick because this was so funny. I used to work at a frozen yogurt shop, and do you know what? I forgot that my phone updated and the photo app has like changed, so please bear with me. Do you want to say your thing really quick and then I'll find my thing?
Yeah, I'll go. I'll riff. So I've gotten to do a lot of driving around Atlanta. Like I said earlier today, I was stuck in traffic for the first time in a while. I went to a coffee shop that I've really been wanting to try in Old Fourth Ward. It's called Enid Coffee. It's inside Comunidad Taqueria. Really, really good stuff. And it's newer. It's opened in the last year or so, but it's a really quality place, and I definitely recommend if you want to try some good coffee in the Old Fourth Ward. I think Erica has found her thing.
I have found my thing. Okay, so I used to work at a frozen yogurt shop. It was my first ever job when I was in high school. And I don't know if this yogurt shop is a chain around the country or just around the Atlanta area or how big the chain is. But there's quite a few spots around Atlanta. Should I say the name of the shop?
Sure.
It's called Yogli Mowgli. Anyways, Yogli Mowgli allegedly posts, "We regret to inform you we will be closing down effective February 11th, 2026. Thanks for all the history of support," with a big image that says in big red writing that looks like a stamp, "Closing down." There are 35 crying emoji reactions to this Facebook post. I'm only laughing because of what comes next. A few hours later, "Important update. We want to clarify that a false message was posted earlier due to unauthorized access to our Facebook account. Yogli Mowgli is not closing. All Yogli Mowgli locations will remain open and operating as normal." I don't know why that cracked me up. Because me and my friends in our group chat were all like crying, like, no, all the years of memories. Like, we used to be there all the time. And that's why I applied for a job there, because I loved it there so much. And so my friends and I were all like so sad in the chat. And when by the end of the day, one of my friends sent the update that was like, actually, that was a lie, we were cracking up.
That's hilarious. I was about to be sad too. I've only been there a couple times, but like, I mean, just know like your history with it, and then like it's a special spot for you, and you've taken me there and gotten to show me it, and it would have definitely been sad for me too.
Oh my goodness, it was so funny. It was not funny when we thought it was real. That was not a joke to us. But when we realized that someone just hacked their account just to say we're closing. Like, what? Anyways,
yeah.
that was my silly thing from around Atlanta. Unfortunately, ATL Scoop did not provide silliness this week.
And you know what? That's okay.
That's okay.
That's okay. I got some other things from around Atlanta,
Oh,
too.
please share.
So, there is a Chicago Tavern style pizza place. If you guys don't know what Chicago Tavern pizza is, it's like the quote unquote real style of pizza in Chicago. The real Chicagoans say that deep dish is a touristy gimmick. And like they eat this really thin, like cracker thin crust pizza that's called tavern style. And for a really long time, it was not super available, like outside of like northern Illinois. But as people have moved from there to find what they perceive to be better weather, we've had a lot of Chicago transplants down in Atlanta in the last few years, and one opened up a Chicago Tavern style pizza place. It's called Bertolozzi's. It's in Chastain Park, kind of near Buckhead. I think it technically is Buckhead, but people just say Chastain Park because I guess that's a specific neighborhood. And I saw this like mini documentary on them a few weeks ago, and I really want to go. I want to go so bad. But the thing is like we don't necessarily have a reason to go to that part of town. Like it's kind of between our house and Erica's parents, kind of, but it's also like out of the way, so it's not like we could pick up a pizza like on the way back or on the way to, and it'd still be like nice and hot when we got to our destination. So like we could go for like a date night or something one day, but I don't know what all's around there besides Bertolozzi's. So like Atlanta's the kind of city where like if you're planning a date night, you want to go to, you know, a couple different spots in the same area. Like frequently we'll there's a suburb that we really like called Marietta, and if we're going to Marietta, we're trying to do like a restaurant and like a play or something.
Yeah, there's a cool old theater there.
Or if we're going to
I feel like each little suburb has its charm.
Yeah.
Right? So there's a breakfast spot we love over in Decatur, and there is like a bookshop that we love. Well, I guess that bookshop is like way west, but there's different things in different areas that we like to get into.
Yeah. So what I'm trying to say is like, if you don't know exactly what you like in the neighborhoods, it's like it's kind of hard to plan a date around. Anyways, I want to try Bertolozzi's. I'll go there one day. I really love Chicago Tavern style. Go Cubs.
Really?
I don't really like the Cubs. I was just trying to be a Chicagoan. Sorry, Erica's grandma. That is.
I was gonna say no one said my grandma this episode. Oh goodness, she's a Cards fan, and my dad. What are we talking about?
Sorry, Bob.
Okay, shall we get into our next segment?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, let's talk about recommendations. Have we been reading any books? Well, I guess for movies, we would normally talk about that on Vice Camera Action, but we can maybe talk about any movies we've seen that we liked recently, TV shows, really any recommendations from this month or so that we've enjoyed.
Oh, I've got some.
Oh, Aaron, lean on it and tell the people.
So, I've been kind of listening to this, like, indie author or whatever. Yeah, I'm pretty, like, low-key, like, just kind of not like the other readers.
Tell the people.
And I actually bought her book at a farmer's market. Yeah, that's how indie she is. And she somehow even had a audiobook, which, dear listener, if you know me, you know I love a good audiobook. This author's name is Shanna Bosarge, and she has a 2-book series called Devian. I actually forget what the second book is called. I just looked it up there earlier today, just because I knew that I wanted more from this world. The book kind of starts out tropey and slow, but it gets really good. Devian is spelled Devian, and the author Shanna Bosarge is Shanna Bosarge. It's a really good book, especially like small scale, like indie, with those kind of. Actually, I've had better luck with those kind of books than you might think. One of my best friends, Caleb Peeler, friend of the show, wrote a book, as actually in the process of writing his second book, and both of his works that I've read or listened to have been excellent. And I would say that this book is probably maybe not quite on par, maybe slightly under, because I really loved Caleb's first book, especially. This is kind of right there with them. Support your local indie authors.
Yeah, totally. That's awesome. I read a book in January. It is called The Bookshop Mysteries, and it is written by S.A. Reeves. S.A. Reeves, from what I understand, it's actually a husband and wife duo who have decided to start writing books together, which is so fun. I'm like, Aaron, what are we doing?
Maybe we'll participate in NaNoWriMo this year.
That sounds so stressful. NaNoWriMo, like a whole novel in a month. I don't know. I get the heebie-jeebies, but we could try. Anyways, so the Bookshop Mysteries, I think it's supposed to be a series, but only book 1 is out so far. And book 1 is called A Bitter Pill, and it's British, first of all. It's cozy. It's 2 girlies who... Oh, now what's this? Aaron has just revealed to me that there's a book 2 and a book 3.
And a book 4.
And a book 4. What is happening? Are these all already out? They must be, right?
Yeah, they look like they have reviews.
Dog.
And it looks like the first one might be the worst one.
Dog. I have got to tell my mom. Okay. Sorry.
Did you pay attention to that, Caroline?
I was gonna say my mom's listening, so I'm sure she'll hear. Anyways, so it's basically like a super cozy little story about a lady who owns a bookshop, and there's like an older lady who works there at the bookshop with her, and there's like a cafe in there, and there's, it's just like cozy British vibes. Okay. And then one day something goes wrong in the shop. Dun dun dun. And it's basically a book where it's a murder mystery, but it's cozy. They're constantly like, I need a cuppa. That's how I picture them saying
For all
it.
you Americans listening, that's a cup of tea.
Sometimes they're talking about coffee. They do a little coffee cough too.
Oh, well, I feel
Sometimes they have a little cocktail, but mainly it's tea. It's usually tea in the book, yeah. And it was cute. I would say it was not like the most groundbreaking book I've ever read, but I like how Aaron described it. As he observed me reading it, he was like, this book seems very snackable, which I thought was a really cool adjective to describe a book. Mm-hmm. Did you make that up, or have you heard that before?
I think I heard it somewhere.
Yeah, but it's so true, because it was not a book where I was like absorbed by it and it was like a page turner and I needed to see what happened next. I was just so pleased to read like my 20 pages in the evening and then close my book and do something else.
Yeah.
Like it, and it was not boring. Those 20 pages were not boring. I thoroughly enjoyed them, but it was just so comforting. It was just stupid to say about a murder mystery, I know, but the cups of tea and the long walks through the park, what am I supposed to say?
Yeah, a goal of mine this year is to expand the genres that I'm reading and listening to, and obviously I've done so good on that this year. I've already listened to 2 2/3 fantasy novels, and actually, I'm sorry, 1 2/3 fantasy novel, 1 sci-fi, and the graphic novel that I read is more sci-fi. So I'm expanding.
Are you counting the Voyage of the Dawn Treader? We started that. We're like
We
halfway
have
through that.
okay. So okay,
Narnia.
I haven't counted that, but that also is fantasy, and that is not making my case any better.
Fair enough.
I want to listen.
But it's like cute fantasy.
I want to listen to more like whodunit mystery, like cozy type vibes, because I know I really like that as a movie genre.
Yeah.
And so I think listening to that would be really great, especially if I end up having a commute, like a big commute with one of these jobs. And that's really what I kind of want to like move into when listening. Like I want to just add that to my repertoire, because I'm actually in the middle of a sci-fi series that I really enjoy. I just kind of got burnt out on it a little bit because I listen to them back to back to back, and that's usually how I listen to series. I listen to the books back to back to back, and I did that with Wheel of Time, which is a notoriously long series, but for whatever reason, I didn't get burnt out on it. But I did get burnt out on this series, The Expanse. I just needed a break. But apparently, these last 3 books are the best of the series, and I'm looking forward to getting back to those sometime this year. I'll definitely finish the series this year. But yeah, I want some cozy, some shorter books. Most of the books that I listen to are like 30+ hour listens, and so I've been focusing on like the book that I'm listening to right now, the one that I've just mentioned, is like 7 hours. That's great. I like that. I listened to a book that was literally 2.5 hours last month.
Remember how long Dawn Treader is?
Dawn Treader's I think 4 hours.
We gotta finish that.
Well, we
can finish it in the car tomorrow.
I was about to say we have a nice long drive tomorrow. So.
Okay, yeah, let's do that. Because I'm trying to read a book a month, and right now my book is supposed to be Pride and Prejudice. I've not touched it. I need to get into it. It's one of those books that I've like read some of for school, and I was supposed to read the whole thing, but I never did because I was busy. I was an English major, so I constantly had other books to read, and I just don't think I fully got into it. But I need to. So maybe that will be a book that I can shout out next month. But as of now, I have not touched it. Any movies or shows we want to shout out? I don't think we've really gotten into any movies or shows recently.
Well, I mean, one of our favorite shows just came back.
Yeah, one of our favorites.
Chef.
Yep, Next Level Chef. We've only seen episode 1 so far, though.
Yeah, I think episode 2 might be available.
Yeah.
Now, so maybe we'll watch that.
If you have not seen Next Level Chef, but you like Food Network shows, you need to get into Next Level Chef. It's what channel is it, or
I think
what?
it's on Fox. We watch it on Hulu.
Yeah, it's really good. It's Gordon Ramsay, but it's Gordon Ramsay like the re-up where he's a little bit more kind. And Nyesha Arrington and Richard Blaze.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a good lineup. It's so fun.
Nyesha and Richard are both like Food Network alum. If you don't know. They've been on like a bunch of Guy Fieri shows like Guy's Grocery Games and Tournament of Champions. And they're both really fun. I think that's part of what makes it so good for us, is because we don't really love, or we haven't really gotten into competition cooking shows outside of Food Network.
Yeah, we're not like Gordon Ramsay mega fans or anything, but
we don't watch
love
MasterChef.
No.
Or Hell's Kitchen or whatever.
We love watching Next Level Chef, though. So good.
But yeah, I definitely recommend it. There's quite a few seasons available. I think this is the 5th season. There's 4 seasons available. There's even a spin-off baking season from this past holiday that it was pretty fun to watch.
Yeah, cute and cozy.
Yeah, so if you're into those kind of competition shows and haven't watched Next Level Chef, I definitely recommend.
Want to move on to the bingo card?
Yes. After I shout out this one game that...
Ooh, a game.
Yeah, I know this isn't Wisecast Games, but I can't wait for Wisecast Games to talk about it. Escape from Ever After was a game that I believe Aaron Hargrove found a couple weeks ago, or not a couple weeks ago, a couple years ago. There was like a demo that came out, and he played it and really liked it, and he put me onto it, and then they released another demo within the last like 6 or 8 months, and again got into it, and we knew that it was coming out, and we knew that it was going to be really good, or we knew that it was going to be good. We didn't know it was going to be as good as it is, and it came out a couple weeks ago. We share a Steam library, which is really awesome, and he bought it because he was really excited for it, and he played through it and absolutely loved it. Like, he blew through that game in like a week. Put all kinds of hours into it and just absolutely loved it. And he was like, "You got to play this." So I did, and I was like, "Wow, this is one of my, like, I love this game. It's probably my favorite genre, which is like a Nintendo style RPG. Which, if you don't know that what any of those things mean, it's like it's kind of cute. It's like has a paper aesthetic, like a storybook paper aesthetic. The comedy or the writing is really good. The comedy is usually on point. I would say most of the time pretty funny. Maybe not laugh out loud funny all the time, but you're definitely chuckling to yourself more frequently than not. These games are known for their music, and all of that is true for Escape from Ever After. And it runs beautifully on my ROG Ally. It looked really great. And if you are looking for a game that is funny, has good, like a good story, good writing, the combat's really fun. The characters are all great. If you're looking for something like that, go to Escape from Ever After. You can find it on Steam. I think it's on Switch. It might even be on Xbox and PlayStation as well. But yeah, I definitely recommend it. And I know this isn't Wisecast Games, so I'm really sorry those people that don't listen to the Wisecast Games but listen to this. I had to go on that tangent for a second.
Well, maybe that was the exact hook they needed to check out Wisecast Games.
Maybe
you never know. Someone out there is going to tune in now. Okay, yeah. So, unfortunately, I don't have a bingo card for 2026. It's something I've been intending to make for the past month, and I have not made. But what I can do is go back in time to my 2025 bingo card and see what I never got from back then, and maybe I can talk about that a little bit while you talk about what you have for 2026.
Yeah, so I was a good boy and filled out my bingo card.
Okay.
And if you don't know about like these goal bingo cards, it's like it is bingo. Your objective isn't to do everything on the bingo card, but your objective is to get bingo at least once, right? And so I filled out my card like this. I'll go row by row. So row 1, read 36 books, and by read I mean listen. Beat 12 video games. Go to a jazz concert. I forgot about that one actually. Watch 12 classic movies and watch 3 entire TV shows. The next row starts with something that I've already failed at. Bake once per month. Oops.
You didn't bake last month?
Did not bake last month.
Oh. Well, you helped my parents revive a baguette that was going to go stale.
And
you know what? You did pull a piece of bread out of the oven. And what are we going to say about that?
That's so true. Produce 12 podcast episodes.
Wow, you're doing great on that.
Doing great on that. Walk 100 miles. Swim 25 miles. Lose 100 pounds. Next row. Try 2 new cuisines. Travel to a new country. Blank space. Go to a new state. Cook 3 of my mom's recipes that I have not cooked before. Next row, go to the cabin 3 times. Go to the beach. Run 1 mile, which sounds hilarious if you're a runner but if you know me...
No, people understand that most people out there cannot run a mile.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Not to self-deprecate. Host 6 game nights / dinner parties. That sounds daunting. It sounds more daunting than I thought it did when...
Does it count just having the peelers over? Is that a party?
Oh, yeah. So we've already done one.
We've done one.
Let's go.
Okay, sweet.
Take EJ to a sporting event.
Aww.
Yeah, sounds a lot of fun.
I want to go to the Braves game with him.
Next row and last row. Take EJ to the aquarium.
That'll be so cute.
Paint 2 paintings.
Yes.
Pick up a new hobby. Get into hockey. And find the best tacos in Atlanta.
Nice.
So, just a little check-in. I've already read 3 books. I'm on my 4th and 5th. So I'm right on track there. I've beat 4 video games.
How many did you want to beat for the year?
12.
Oh, wow. You're way ahead there.
I'm way ahead. I said 12 so I could do 1 per month. Haven't thought about doing a jazz concert. I've watched 2 classic movies.
Heyo.
Not watched any entire TV shows. Barely baked. Produced. I'm on my 4th podcast episode, so doing great. Let's check in and see where I'm at with walking. So my Conquer. Okay. This tracks all of my steps every day.
Oh, very cool.
So I am about 1/5 of the way to my 100-mile goal.
Nice.
Which this is kind of cheating because these aren't like all intentional walks. Maybe 2 or 3 of these have been intentional walks.
Yeah, but you've done some intentional walks, which is good. And it's been very cold. It's been snowy. It's been icy. Like, we have not had great walking weather so far this year. I think once it warms up, you'll be really stepping for real. For real.
Swim. I don't have a gym that has a pool at the moment.
Yet. We'll get there.
I said at the moment.
Yeah.
So I can't swim 25 miles at the moment. I haven't weighed in a little bit, but I've been doing a lot better with my food tracking, especially recently, because I have a great cheerleader next to me. Haven't tried any new cuisines yet. Haven't gotten to travel to a new country yet. Have not got to go to a new state. I actually have thought about at least one of the recipes of my mom's that I would like to cook, which I just haven't done it. We were supposed to go to the cabin in January, but that ended up falling through, so we still got 3 times to go. No beach trip, no mile run, 1 game night, no sporting event, no aquarium, no painting yet. Haven't even thought about a new hobby that I might want to pick up. I mean, I really I can't fathom what I would want to pick up.
Yeah, we'll have to think on these things.
It's kind of the middle of the hockey season, so it'd be a weird time to like get into it. And then best tacos in Atlanta. We had Taco Bell for dinner. Does that count?
That's hilarious. Okay, my 2025 card. I'm probably not going to go as in depth as Aaron did, just because my card is old and I want to go more in depth in my next episode, next episode when I have a 2026 card. But I'll just tell you what I did do in 2025. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
So out of all of my things on my bingo card, I successfully went to Colorado. I successfully got decorations up in the house. I donated clothes. I went on a beach trip. I got to stay in bed until 8 a.m. Volunteer, I mean, I did some volunteering at church, but that's not really, I wanted to do volunteering. Like, go outside my comfort zone a little bit and volunteer somewhere I've never volunteered before. I did the Peachtree Road Race. I wrote some I did not finish a poem. I'll say that. I did jot down some cool ideas for poems I want to write. In my notes app, I have like a junkyard where I basically just write down interesting things I think of, and I can kind of pull them as if they're broken pieces from a junkyard and pull them into poems, and I haven't done that yet. We did a fondue date. Did I discover new music in 2025? I'm trying to think if I got into any new artists really in 2025.
I don't think you did.
I don't think I did either. I did make new friends in 2025. I did run 1 mile in 2025. So I didn't count how many I just said out loud, but that feels like a pretty good bit.
Did you get bingo anywhere?
I didn't get a bingo. I did not, no. There's always this year though. I'll try again.
And I think using that as a base, like, for the thing, take some of the things that you didn't do and have that,
exactly. And then I will add.
Mm-hmm. Fill it out from there.
Yeah. Especially, like, new book and movie goals.
Yeah.
Since I'm getting more into that this year.
Yeah. It's kind of felt good getting into reading now.
Yes,
I've been into it for
goodness.
a couple years now.
I think being an English major totally burnt me out. This is the 3rd time I've mentioned being an English major, so y'all can just tell me to shut up now, but man.
That's a shot. Everyone take a shot.
No.
Take a shot every time Erica mentions being an English major.
Oh, goodness. Yeah. I will, I got burnt out on reading, and it's nice to get back into it with books that I don't have the pressure of being graded. If I have to write an essay on it, I don't have to do that. So it just feels nice.
Something that we're listening through the Narnia series together, and we've done that with the Harry Potter series, and I think it's nice to have like a series that we're going through together. I'm curious as to what we're gonna pick up after
Narnia.
After Narnia.
I know. We'll have to think on this.
Yeah, well, and Harry Potter and Narnia are the epitome of like easy reads, easy listening. Like they're
childhood magic.
Childhood magic. They're comfort food.
Yeah.
And so, if anyone, maybe we should listen to something like Percy Jackson or something like.
Oh,
something that
actually get into that.
Neither of us are like super familiar with, and like.
I actually read quite a bit of Percy Jackson in my childhood, and I know that this is gonna really rub some people the wrong way, but I always found the books to be a little bit too predictable even for my taste. Now, here's the thing. I'm not gonna lie and say that I was able to see every plot twist coming. That's not what I'm saying. But the structure of the books was very like
by the numbers.
It was like Percy and his friends escape this crazy monster. Phew! They go to their next place and meet a little bit strange but seemingly nice person who turns out to be a crazy monster. And then they fight him, and then they win, and then they go to their etc. etc.
I watched the first season of the Disney Plus show, and it was exactly like that.
Yeah.
So I don't know, that might put me off from the books a little bit.
Let's try book 1.
Okay.
And we should be able to get to that before the end of the year.
Yeah.
So we can see how we feel about book 1 under our belts. And I'm open to it, because here's the thing. I might have just been doing a little bit of hateration as a child, and I might be ready to be a mature adult.
I know some people like swear by Percy Jackson.
Oh,
They're like, this is my Harry Potter. And I'm like, shut up. Harry Potter's Harry Potter. Percy Jackson is Percy Jackson.
No, but I want to hear them out. I want to hear the people out.
Yeah, but yeah, I think a series of that caliber would be what we want to listen to. Like something that's really easy. Like the chapters aren't super long. Yeah, I think that'd be good for us.
Well, so I'm looking at my little order of events right here. I actually don't have any pop culture breaking news. I don't know if you do, Aaron, but I do have something else a little bit funny that I thought of randomly at work that I thought we could do. So, pop culture breaking news, or my, do we enjoy these things in February?
Oh, yeah. Let's do that. Let's do the February.
Okay. I was thinking about what happens in February. It feels like that there's different events that happen every year in February, and I wanted to, and some people love these things and some people do not love these things, and I wanted to get Aaron's take, and I wanted to think through my own takes. So some things I thought of is Valentine's Day. Some people love Valentine's Day. Some people hate Valentine's Day. The Super Bowl. The Grammys. I was going to say Black History Month, but I don't even want to entertain those people who don't like Black History Month. So I'm just going to go ahead and assume that everyone here loves Black History Month. But yeah, so mainly Valentine's, Grammys, and Super Bowl. That's what I could think of as February events. I don't know if you can think of anything else.
Groundhog Day.
Oh, excuse my blasphemy. Groundhog's Day. That's not a joke. That's serious. This is our lives. We love Groundhog's Day.
Punxsutawney Phil, our hero.
We love you.
We love you so much.
We love you, Punxsutawney Phil.
But yeah, no. So I think I kind of mentioned last episode, like February. There's always kind of a reason to kind of like sigh in February for like historically for me, like so like outside of those things. So like kind of taking that out of the equation. I haven't always loved Valentine's Day. I didn't really love Valentine's Day till I found my love, aka Erica Jane Weiss.
That's sweet.
And now I really enjoy Valentine's Day. We've had some really good Valentine's dates, and some really funny ones. And yeah, I think I enjoy Valentine's Day. I'm a little bit sad that this year it's on. Well, I mean, for convenience sake, it's great that it's on a Saturday, but I'm a little bit sad that I can't, like, send you flowers at work or something, like, because that's something that I've done.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Valentine's Day is fun. I think it's a fun reason to go on a date. It's a fun reason to eat some chocolate. It's a fun reason to have beautiful flowers in the house. Yeah, and it's a fun time, and one that I've definitely appreciated in the last 5 or 6 years more.
Totally. I always liked Valentine's Day growing up. I never was the kind of person who had a boyfriend in like high school or middle school, or I know how people kind of do growing up, and that was never me. But even in middle school and high school, I still really enjoyed Valentine's Day. I thought it was like cute and girly to get to wear my pink outfit, and I thought it was cute to, usually my parents would like buy some chocolates and there'd be flowers on the table, whatever, kind of like what Erin was just saying. I always thought that was cute and fun, so I've always been a Valentine's Day fan. The Grammys just happened.
And for the first time in quite a while, we did not tune in.
We didn't. There was really... I'm not a huge fan of a lot of the people who are nominated this year, and it just did not pique my interest.
And on top of that, like, I don't love what's going on with, like, CBS and Paramount. Like, they're kind of run by evil billionaires, and they're kind of, like, just trying to, like,
censorship is what you're concerned about.
Censorship, yeah. And they're trying to pull the wool over our eyes with a lot of the way that they send news. Yeah, I just am not loving CBS Paramount as of recently. And I can say all day that's the reason we didn't tune in. That's not the reason we didn't tune in. The reason we didn't tune in is because we just really weren't interested in the Grammys this year. I do wish that other outlets had, like, I think CBS has the Grammys every year, and I think the Oscars are on a different outlet every year, and like I wish that they weren't tied to the same network all the time. I think the Super Bowl this year, the Super Bowl changes year to year. I think this year it's on NBC, but yeah, all the corporate shenanigans really has me put off on the Grammys.
No, and that's so fair. So this year the Grammys were a miss for us.
Mm-hmm. But historically we've enjoyed watching.
Yeah, I think that I would be hopeful that if next year we are able to see, I mean, like, who are the artists that we always enjoy seeing at the Grammys? We like seeing Taylor Swift, Harry Styles, Lizzo,
Adele.
I'm not even thinking of all of our favorite artists. I like when Casey Musgraves is there. Yeah, it's like whenever it's like a Diva Summit, we're going to tune into the Diva Summit. And I'm not saying that there were not divas there this year. Do not mishear me. I just wasn't as interested this year. Mm-hmm. My big time favorites were not there.
Yeah.
Although I will say Harry Styles actually was there, and he presented the award for Album of the Year, and Bad Bunny won. Bad Bunny, congratulations. But
Looking forward to the Super Bowl halftime.
Yes. Harry presented the award in a cropped blazer, blue jeans, and ballet flats. I'm sorry, I was silenced. And Harry Styles is one of my favorite singers in the world, and I was silenced.
I mean, he's known for his...
Jeans! I don't mind the blazer. I don't mind the ballet flats. Because the thing is, you can dress up a blazer. You can dress up ballet flats. I thought that jeans at the Grammys was inappropriate.
That's hilarious. That's your sticking point.
What?
The jeans?
You can dress up a blazer. You can dress up ballet flats. That's fine for a formal event.
Was he wearing a shirt?
No.
And your sticking point is the jeans.
Is anyone with me? Put some W's in the chat for my opinion.
I think there's so many other things wrong. I mean, I didn't see the jeans. I imagine they weren't just like your standard Levi's.
They might have been.
But yeah, that is hilarious. And you might be wondering, Erica, you just said you didn't tune in. How do you know this? She was following along on social media.
I'm on the internet, people. Don't be surprised.
This isn't 1987. Like we have technology.
The Super Bowl. Okay. I won't be honest. IDC.
I won't be honest.
Did I just say I won't be honest?
Yeah.
I'll be honest, and my honesty is that IDC.
IDC. I usually care about the Super Bowl.
I usually see.
This year, it's hard to care. Especially like a lot of the nation, I would look forward to like funny ads, and those types of things. But the last couple of years, and I really only noticed it this year, but apparently it's been happening for the last couple of years. They will do like teasers for commercials during the AFC and NFC championship. So like while the NFL is trying to decide who's going to be represented in the Super Bowl, the commercials during those games are just teasers for the ads that will be playing during the Super Bowl. And that is so lame.
That's ridiculosity.
Like, I saw Uber Eats is the one that sticks out in my mind. It's like, want to see what happens next? Tune in on February 8th. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that is so stinking lame. Like I said, I have historically loved Super Bowl ads. I mean, I even have parodied a Super Bowl ad for a video for a campus ministry. Like, I am usually a fan, and like, I'm just not really looking forward to the game. I
think the charm about Super Bowl ads is how random they are.
Mm-hmm.
And if you give us a little snippet of what's to come, a little teaser, it makes it feel less funny and random and more like it's calculated.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I can kind of suspend my disbelief when there's like a random funny commercial that comes on and be like, oh, that was random, even though obviously it was not random. Like, millions of dollars went into it, tons of planning, tons of committees and teams all into planning this one Super Bowl commercial. But I can suspend my disbelief and think that was just like some guys in the backyard making a stupid video.
Right.
But when you make it into a production, like, hey, this thing is what we're working on, tune in at the Super Bowl, I'm like, well, now I suddenly don't care anymore.
Right. Puppy Monkey Baby. Do I need to say anything
else? No,
that
was the funniest thing. I was giggling.
Mm-hmm.
I was giggling at Puppy Monkey Baby. And guess what? If they had said, tune in on the Super Bowl to see Puppy Monkey Baby, I'd be like, that's stupid.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it really takes a lot of the charm out of the Super Bowl watching experience. I'm looking forward to the halftime show because I'm not as familiar with Bad Bunny as apparently everyone else in the nation is. That was sarcasm. nobody who is quote unquote protesting the Super Bowl halftime show knows anything about Bad Bunny.
Sigh.
But
we'll be tuning in to the halftime show for sure.
We'll be tuning in.
And that's usually my favorite part. Kendrick Lamar was fantastic last year.
So good.
I mean, that has got to be the most quoted, most rewatched performance. It's got to be one of the most rewatched performances. How many people slid the little bar back on their YouTube video to say, did he really just say Drake? Did he just say that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And people were clapping and cheering. Rihanna was great. So I always like the Super Bowl halftime. I won't say always, but 9 out of 10 times I am very entertained by the halftime show. Right. So I'm interested to see Bad Bunny.
Yeah, and it's going to be fun. I mean, I don't know if his guests have been announced.
Probably not.
I don't know if guests are ever announced, but I'm sure there will be some good guests coming up there. We know that Green Day is doing the pre-show, which will be iconic. So much fun, because when I think of protest punk rock, Green Day is at the top of the list.
And that's so fun.
And I'm so excited. Yeah. And then I should say protest pop punk rock, because I know a lot of punk music from like the 70s and stuff is a lot of protest music, but like newer age pop punk protest music is Green Day. And then performing the national anthem is Charlie Puth. And
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to laugh. That's not funny.
He has a couple good songs. We're not like super fans of Charlie Puth, but we think he should be a bigger artist.
I'll declare it. We're just looking at the microphone, hoping that all you listeners got that reference. It's cool if you didn't.
It's cool if you didn't, but yeah, the Super Bowl definitely has its ups and downs. I think right now it's probably kind of in its downs because it's not a super interesting game. We don't care about either team going to the game or playing in the game. We don't like the ads are kind of just eye rolly, and we're looking forward to the halftime show, but that's really it.
So February events of 2026: Groundhog's Day, Slay; Valentine's Day, Slay; Grammys, Miss; Super Bowl, I'm perceiving will be a miss, but I am looking forward to the music.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Cool. Well, I think that's been a pretty good episode.
I agree. I've enjoyed recording.
I've enjoyed it too, and we did it all in one take. Who knew?
We did it all in one. Okay, we're kind of making it seem like we recorded an entire episode then decided to scrap it. Mm-hmm. That's not what happened. We decided that the energy was off like 15 minutes in, and we were like, let's hype ourselves up and make it a little bit more upbeat, and so that's what we did.
And that's what we did. But yeah, this has been a fun episode. Catch us back next month with check-ins on our bingo cards and maybe what else we've been reading or listening to, watching.
And to hear what's up with the Weisses.
Until then, check out Weiss Camera Action, check out Weisscast Games, and we will see you on the next episode. Actually, we won't see you because this is an audio thing, and that's not even how video works. If that were a thing. But
you will hear our voices on the next episode.
Our sweet, sweet, dulcet tones. And you know what? It's going to be a good gavel.
Toodles.
Toodles.